Hey coffees and slays, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the creepiest TV hijackings ever. Anyway, try not to get scared. But if you are, don't worry, I'm here to protect you. Anyway, let's get into the video, shall we? So our first hijacking of the day is the Max Headroom, which happened on WGN's 9 o'clock news in Chicago on November 22, 1987. To this day, the person who hijacked the channel still remains unknown, and nobody knows who actually did it. Anyway, let's watch this video I found from this person TW. Epilepsy warning.
Sean got a good break on it. Unfortunately, scored.
Then they scored again at the Lions 31. Wayne Larrabee called it like this on WGN radio.
2-yard line, and McMahon back to throw. Dumps it up the middle. Cutting left to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown!
McMahon and McKinnon 14-0 Bears. Then the defense, which hadn't put up a sack in 12 quarters, finally did.
Whoa, that was pretty intense, wasn't it, guys? Anyway, moving on to the second TV hijacking on August 19, 1987. During the 4 p.m. edition of KNBC's 4-channel news, reporter David Horowitz was interrupted. Sorry for not continuing, guys, I was way too lazy to. But let's watch this video by Chilling Scares, which explains further.
In 1987, during the 4th edition of KNBC's Channel 4 News, reporter David Horowitz was interrupted by an unidentified man walking into the studio. The man appears in frame armed and hands David a set of papers. He instructs him to read them. And without another option, David calmly does what he's told.
Pardon me? What is this? Let me see what it says. All right.
He's got a gun to his back.
Well, guys, that was ... really something, I guess, pretty disturbing. Just imagine being on that poor reporter's spot. I'm just glad that the guy who did that got arrested, guys. Okay, so the next hijacking incident happened on July of 2007. The channel ABC from Washington, D.C. got interrupted from its usual broadcasting. Anyway, this video from Chilling Scares covering the hijacking will explain more, LOL.
WJLA, a TV station in Washington, D.C., was abruptly interrupted from its regular programming. Everything was going as usual, when all of a sudden the screen went black, and without warning, this image appeared on viewers' TVs. A close-up, grainy, black and white photo of 2 human heads, one smiling, one not. Viewers watching live were confused and honestly creeped out. The image was unsettling, to say the least. It stayed on screen for several seconds with no movement and no sound, just the image, before abruptly disappearing and returning to the station's regular programming.
Well, just imagine witnessing that ... that must have been so scary to those who saw it live and feel so bad for these people. It probably gave them so much trauma. Anyway, tell me, did you guys ever witness or see these hijackings ever? Personally, me no. I wasn't even born at those times, LOL. Anyway, the next incident happened on January 3, 2007 on the Australian broadcast channel, Channel 7 and blah blah, too lazy to type more, haha. But let's watch this video to find out more details.
2007. The Australian broadcast channel Channel 7 is broadcasting a rerun of an episode of the Canadian television documentary Mayday. At one point during the documentary, the audio suddenly cuts out and is eerily replaced with constant looping of a man yelling the words, "Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord." The visuals remain unchanged, it was only the audio that was affected. One viewer witnessing this pulled out his camera and began recording the strange audio.
Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord. 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 Jesus Christ.
This would go on for over 5 minutes before returning back to the documentary's original sound.
Well, I mean, I kind of find this funny LOL, but at least it was funny and not creepy like the other ones LOL. So basically, our next hijack was the Disney Channel hijack on June 6, 2004 at 3 a.m. Let's watch this video to find out more info. By the way, guys, before I put the video on, flash warning. If you are photosensitive or have epilepsy, please skip to another timeline of this video or scroll away.
2004 Disney Channel hijacking posted to TikTok by Hades Horror, so we're gonna watch it together.
You're watching.
Imagination. It all narrows down to imagination, right? I don't know. The human mind is not one to underestimate. Be careful what you think of. Oh God. Oh my God.
Guys, that was literally so scary. Imagine being a kid and seeing that. Man, imagine how many kids peed their pants watching this. Anyway, moving on. Our next hijacking is the Birdman pirate broadcast, which occurred on November 18, 2007 during a Fox Sports 9:30 a.m. Jacksonville broadcast. Anyway, let's watch this video explaining more about that hijacking.
Reportedly occurred on November 18, 2007 during a Fox 30 Jacksonville, Florida news broadcast covering political campaign events. The broadcast allegedly began with routine coverage of presidential candidates visiting Wyoming, including Mitt Romney's planned campaign tour in Cheyenne, but gradually deteriorated through repeated static bursts and extended audio dropouts. Witnesses described the incident as deliberately subtle, blurring the line between technical malfunction and intentional interference rather than the elaborate production seen in earlier hijacking incidents. The timing proved significant as 2007 marked the transition period to digital broadcasting when traditional hijacking methods were becoming obsolete. Fox 30 Jacksonville issued no official statement about the incident, and the fragmented nature made the investigation difficult.
Well, guys, no words. That was very scary, but don't worry, I'll protect you guys and chase the monsters away. And all you gotta do is like and sub. That easy, right? Then do it. LOL. The next hijacking incident is the Captain Midnight incident, which occurred on April 27, 1986 at 12:32 a.m., interrupting HBO's broadcasting, which went for 4 minutes and a half.
Was a satellite signal hijacking that occurred on April 27, 1986 at 12:32 a.m. Eastern when John McDougal interrupted HBO's broadcast of The Falcon and the Snowman for 4.5 minutes. McDougal was a satellite dish dealer from Ocala, Florida, whose business collapsed when HBO began scrambling its signals in 1985 and charging dish owners $12.95 per month, while cable subscribers only paid $8.95. Working part-time at Central Florida Teleport Satellite Uplink Facility, McDougal used the facility's transmitter dish to override HBO's signal and display the message, "Good evening HBO from Captain Midnight, $12.95 month, no way, Showtime Movie Channel beware," to 14 million viewers across the eastern United States. McDougal was caught 3 months later after being overheard bragging about the incident at a payphone, pled guilty, and received a $5,000 fine and 1 year's probation. The incident led to Congress passing the Electronic Communications Privacy Act of 1986, making satellite hijacking a federal felony.
Well, I don't know why that made me laugh, LOL, but I gotta admit it was pretty hilarious. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Anyway, guys, I think that was way too many TV hijackings. I've gotta go take a break from this and go relax and chill. I think this was pretty cool, since I like solving mysteries. What do you guys think? Anyway, ending the video here. Bye, everyone. Oh, never mind. We still have time for an hijack. The Nick hijacking occurred on the July 25th, 2005 during a SpongeBob episode that was being watched by many young audiences all around the USA. And guys, there's more, but I am way too lazy to say now after typing for 2 hours and my fingers hurt, so LOL. But I'll explain more and we will continue with the Nickelodeon hijacking in part. To comma along with even more hijackings that I'll research. Anyway, let's talk on our last seconds LOL. So, how are y'all doing? And how's y'all's days? I hope you guys are doing well and your guys' day is going well. Me, personally, I'm doing very great and my day is going on really fast and slay and great. Anyway, this is Preppy singing off. Bye, you guys, see y'all in the next vid.